right, let's move on to Blake Thompson now. He says, what made you decide the right time was to go public with the alopecia that you did a couple of years ago?
I guess it's like a fine wine, not before it's time, you know? Everything is timing. And it was it was an open secret. It wasn't like a big deal, you know. I mean, wearing hair. How many people wear hair out there? Unbelievable. So, and I won't mention any names now that I'm here in the truth, but it was time for me to just say, to hell with all that, you know, to hell with it. You know, I had amazing support and love, of course, from my wife and family and people around me. And they just said, look, you actually look good. They go, a lot of guys can't do this look. He said, but you actually look more badass. So I said, okay, you know, that's a step in the right direction, more badass. People said, well, was it because you did a metal album? And I said, well, no, but it coincided. It kind of came in like an apex, you know, like when things come together, so to speak. It just happened that the timing was right. But it was the right thing to do at the right time because I felt comfortable. You have to understand, this was not a decision that I made. This was because I was born completely with heads of hair and the whole bit. But I had an autoimmune deficiency. And I won't get into that and why, because it's going to upset some people. But that's what happened. And during the days when everybody was coming up with the Beatles, everybody had to have the hair. So what did I do? I went out and we got the wigs. Boom, boom, boom. And it worked. I mean, there was still some people didn't understand I wore a wig. So it worked pretty good. But never tried to say no. I mean, you know, and I had people like my brother Glenn defending me and stuff. One time somebody was saying, you know, how about that guy with the wig? And Glenn was ready to bust him. You know, he's ready to hit him. I said, Glenn, this guy's an idiot, you know, just let it go. But when you have that kind of love, support, and understanding from people you admire, family, friends, compadres, come on, man. So I had to do it. I just said, you know, it's time. I'm 70 years old. What am I waiting for? You know? And I'm really used to it now. I'm really enjoying it. It's a freedom. It's a truth. You know, in my opinion, in a world of lies, I'm finally living my truth. And I think that was an important personal message for me. You know, if I'm going to speak the truth on Belly of the Beast, I'm going to be the truth. So here we are, people. Okay, like it or not, this is me.
Yeah.
And I think some people still don't have the courage to do that. You know, okay, I understand. I'm not judging them, not at all. But I just felt for me, I had to be an example. And the love and support I got from the fans out there, it was overwhelming. It absolutely made me cry one night. I was just like tearing up, talking to my wife, looking at all these great comments and just saying, she said, see, they love you even more. And I went, you're so right. When you're down to earth, when you're real, they love you even more. And a lot of people said, boy, that's bravery. That's courage. You know, of course, you had a few guys saying, like, what's the big deal? Hey, look, pal, what's the big deal? If it happened to you, it would be a big deal. You know, it's all relative. It's all subjective. But, 100%. And it was a big deal for 60 something years. It was a big deal, you know, hiding in plain sight.
Was it a relief to finally let it go and be yourself?
Oh, man. Shower, everything. So easy to get dressed. Boom, you know what I mean? Really cool. I mean, for me, it's like such a burden is lifted. Yeah. Psychologically, physically, you know, optically. At first I said, because I had people, for example, when I get hired sometimes for these big private parties, one guy said, you know, my people know you with the hair. Can you put the hair on? Yeah, that'll be another $10,000, but I'll put the hair on. You know, additional. And I would do it because it's costuming.
Yes, yeah.
Look at everybody out there is costumed. You know what I mean? I think that was Glenn's Yeah, that was one of his remarks. He said, look, it's like Shakespeare said, the world is a stage. We're all actors. Everybody is a costume. Everybody. And that was a costume. So what's the big deal? Look at Kiss.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I
They,
was
they,
thinking. Yep.
they did it right from the beginning.
Yep.
I mean, really.
100%.
I mean, maybe now they'll, chuck it. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, for me, freeing, yes. Validating, yes. Relieving, yes. All of those words, all of the above and more. Yeah.